Good morning, Eric.
Good morning, Paul.
This morning, I was wondering if you would help me with the issue I have when I first started using sapio365, in which that there was so much information for me to choose from, and I was wondering if you had any tips and tricks on how to manipulate all the data that's available to me. What's a good way to get started?
Okay, sure. Okay, yeah. So the problem is about the fact that sapio365 provides so many information. So we're talking about what more today on the user is about 200 properties, something like that. So
Mm.
altogether, we put in one place. So
Yeah.
how do we deal with that? Yeah, there is multiple ways to organize that for sure. And so let me share. So let me share and show you that. So okay, screen, entire screen, share, up, moving this around. And do you see my screen?
Yeah. Yep. Looks good.
Okay,
That's a
perfect.
lot of stuff. How did you get there?
So first, I was on sapio365, so using my sapio365, launch with my account and as an admin. And what I did is I click on I wanted to see the user. So here I'm going to
Mhm.
reuse the windows that are already open. And so it loaded all my user all together in one place.
Okay.
So I got here 530. So this is an interesting part. So this is something some people doesn't know. This is really interesting because it gives you a quick idea of what you're looking at. You know, this is you see at the
Uh-huh.
bottom left. So you have the status bar here, and gives
Yeah.
you okay, what do you have? So we loaded 531 entries. Currently, we're showing 531 because there is no filter. I didn't apply any filter on it, so I see everything, and I can even see how many row I'm currently selecting. So
Oh, I see.
and
Yeah.
so when you begin to work with filtering, grouping, and everything, that's always interesting to understand. Okay, what am I looking at? What is effectively is the situation of my environment. So yeah, so something just to keep in mind when you search for something. So let's say if I type here and I search for Zozo, like the Zozos. Okay, let's do Zozos. And I click on find. You see here, you say, oh, I didn't find it. Now there
Oh,
is no Zozos here in my stuff. So, the status bar is an interesting part to help you when you navigate through the data. So, here, by default, when I'm looking on my users, I get a certain, so we show you a certain view. This is mine. I created mine. This is my view. Users with
hmm.
department because I want to have the department available to when I'm doing the demo because I use that as a key. But you can create your own views. Huh? So we have the views that we provide. So the one with the small lock. This is the view provided by default by sapio365, and you can create your own views.
What
So
do,
what
but
is
what do I see out of the box as a new customer? What would I personally see if I just started using it?
So this is
Ah,
the view
okay,
you will get. So this is the
okay.
Ytria default. So it's
Hmm.
going to focus mostly on the username, signing status. The fact is are we looking at some on-prem? This is a sync environment. So we're talking here. This is a hybrid tenant. So I have some users that are definitely synced. So I see that right away from here. I will have the last signing information, the license, the location, and I will have the unit cost if this has been set. This maybe we will talk about another time about how to set that and how to manage the
Okay.
unit cost. And here I have some comment I created. Also, that will be another topic, I think, because
Well,
we
I
can
noticed
talk
you had
about
like
that
a
now.
well, you had a column called department. Like, how did that get in there?
Okay, so to get a new column, there is two ways to do that. The first way is to use what we call the preview. In fact, the data viewer. In fact, no,
Hmm.
data viewer is better. So we call that data viewer. So a data viewer, what is that? It's this place on the right that you can expand, and when you expand it, if I open here, what happens is it will show you all the information available for these users, but all of them. So not only the ones that you have in the columns, but everything. So and you see there is an eye here, and I
Hmm.
got an eye with a
Yeah.
bar on it, and some others there is the eye is fully
Hmm.
here. So if I click on this one, it's going to focus. You see, it changed the focus to this one because I said I want to focus on the last sign in. But here,
Okay.
if I go on department, I see that here this is barred. If I click on it, it just added the
Ah,
column.
okay. Okay.
if I'm looking for something, there's a quick search gives you the ability to search for whatever you want. So it's going to restrict the field shown here, so you can find quickly. Knowing that when the search here works on both the data or the header, the field name. So it's a global search on it. So it's really gives you the ability.
Okay.
I'm looking for an email, or I'm looking for Bob, because I'm searching where his name has been set. So definitely you can definitely put that here, and it will give you the ability to search quickly for your information.
Okay.
So
What
that's the
about what if
first
I?
way.
Well, what if?
Yep.
Oh, there's another way. I'm sorry. There's another way
There
besides
is
that.
another way. Yeah, there is another way. So the other way is to use the show hide columns here on the top in the ribbon, which, by the way, is also available. Yeah, it's a bit. Okay, it's somewhere here. so, so something to know is everything we have over there will always be available in
What
the
did you? What
right-click
was it?
menu.
Was that your right mouse button that you
Yeah,
did to get
yeah,
there?
I do a
Okay. Well,
right,
there.
yeah, a right-click.
I
Yeah.
like that better. I'm a right mouse click guy, so it's good
I
to know I
know
can get
some,
there
yeah,
also.
yeah. Some people prefer that rather than using the ribbon. So, but there is no something is there but not there. Everything is always in both places. So you
Okay.
use whatever you want. Okay. And so using the show high colon is going to show you a dialog like this one that will list you all the columns available. So a bit like this one. So the difference between this and that is this here, we don't have this. We show you the value of your selection. When here, we mostly give you status of your column. And from there, you can search. So let's say I'm looking for everything that is password related. So I typed it in content password. Now I can select. So password policy, last change, expires on first. And let's say, not this one. So I'm going to take that. And now if I push the button here, it's going to add at once all my column I was looking for.
So there's a lot of
Okay.
ways to get to the same thing. It
There
looks
is a
like.
lot of ways. Always, we always try to provide multiple ways to do something with the tool.
But here's the
Good.
other question. I changed my mind. I don't want department. How do I get rid of that column?
Okay,
I know
so
there's a
let's
lot of
say,
ways. What's the way you would do it? What's the quickest way to get rid of that?
so usually the quickest way is just to go here and say, okay, I'm going to drop that and drop it on the trash can here. So that's
Okay.
number one. Another way is to go here and right click and say show hide. So I'm going to okay, this is this way. I didn't. This is new. So it shows you the column map where you can say, okay, I want to hide. So the way to do the advantage of working from here. So if I go back to my password, okay, password here, and okay, I don't want that. This is too much information. So here, one way to do that: right click on it, hide selected
Oh,
columns.
good.
Okay.
I like that.
Another
Yeah.
way to that, you go here and say that. The difference between this here and this here is that this will close the dialog. When here, you can continue to pick and choose whatever you want or you don't want. So if I
Okay.
do that, it goes red. We see that the grid changed, but I can go back and say, oh no, I want this one. So here I can show column. So now I'm showing the column, you see. So,
Right.
or if I go here, if I select my column here and I go here, it closes the dialog, remove the column and close the dialog and it doesn't show it.
Nice.
So it's okay. Yep.
So I got all these people now.
Yep.
What's the quickest way to change? I don't want everybody here. I just want a few people. I want to do. Let's say I want to. I don't know. Reset their password.
Okay. So you want to reset the password for
Just
someone in particular?
just a couple people in that list. Let's say five
Okay.
different people.
How do you know the people? So this question is because I'm asking the question because it will explain how we are going to select the people we want to modify.
Oh well,
They could be from the same department.
yeah. I think let's go with that one. Yeah, because that would make more sense, not just random people. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to bring back my department column here.
Okay.
Okay. What I'm going to do is now I'm going to do a grouping by this department column. So, and now I'm typing the magic key, which is shift minus. Shift minus. Well, it is explained here. If you go in grouping,
Under grouping.
and
Okay.
yeah, and you have where's my collapse all here? You see collapse all. If I go over it, it say collapse all, shift minus. Maj, M-A-G, is shift in French. Sorry for that. I don't understand why there is some piece of French on this computer.
That's okay. I've learned some French, so
So Maj
yes.
is majuscule,
Maj.
majuscule is shift. Okay, don't ask me
Okay,
why.
that's good. No, that's good. Good to know. I'll just remember
So
shift minus. Okay.
shift minus. So in your case, so if you look in your screen, it will say here shift minus. So it always gives
Okay.
you the key. We try to set some, you see, some
Oh,
shortcut,
I see.
and shortcut
I
will.
never noticed that. Yep. I see that now.
So I'm going to collapse all, and now I see my department. So if I
Okay.
look at the outbound sales, for example, my two guys here, and
Yeah.
now on this guy, I want to, let's say, reset the password on this guy. So I got a selection. So a way to do a selection, it's a good question too, how to go through the grid. So I want to, if I click on users like that, it's going to select
Hmm.
one, okay?
Yeah.
If I do shift and I click on another one, it's going to select everything between.
Ah, like the Windows does
Yeah,
with the
yeah,
okay.
yeah. Right, we try to
And then
say the same.
can I assume then I can keep control down and unselect just one of those?
So if I want to select one inside of that, I'm going
Yeah.
to push control and it's going just to
Good.
select the one I am on it.
Good.
If I do control shift, is going to no, it's going to okay.
Yeah. Usually that's the way to unselect those two. So that's good.
Yeah,
They've
yeah,
been unselected. Okay.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Now
yeah.
I wanna let's say I want to change their passwords.
So I want to change the password for these two guys. Okay.
Okay.
So I have my selection here. So I selected my users and I'm going to click on reset password.
Okay.
That's my action. So create new password. So this is going to create a new password. It's going to auto-generate it. I can say no, no, no. I want to set a password. So the password. That's one way. Or if you don't want and you want to let the system generate it for you, knowing that you
Okay.
see here there is
Yeah.
this button with the cog. If you click on that, it will give you the
Wow.
ability to change the role about how we're going to
That's
generate the password, and it shows you a bit preview of what we're talking about. So I would say today secure is good. A good secure password is 16 usually. So we're going to use uppercase, we're going to use lowercase numbers and special characters, and we don't care about ambiguous. So if I do that, I'm going to save that. This means that next time, every time I'm going to generate a password, it's going to
wow.
use that format.
So we
So
we
that's a
can
quick way.
really
So
really get granular here on,
So here we
on
can
even
reset a
yeah.
password that 20 characters. This I think if I
Wow.
remember, there is some table you can find on the internet that give you how much time a
Yeah.
hacker needs to crack your password
Exactly.
depending on what you have in it. So
Yeah.
having uppercase, lowercase, numbers, special characters, and I think 16. It takes about 100 years for someone to break it, or more than that. So if you
That should
put
work.
20, I think it's okay. You're safe.
I think that's
So
good.
so for sure, a password like that is going to be generated. Since we didn't set the ambiguous, it's a good one if you don't want anyone to use it. If someone has to type it manually by himself,
Yeah.
that's going to be a challenge. And you're going to have a
Maybe
lot of
we shouldn't
support.
mess with passwords. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe well how about this though? What can I move those people to another department?
Okay. But let's finish the password one. Okay. So here I
Okay.
got some settings to. So I set a new password for change. So I can set something. Okay, and next time you have to change it. So that's the way usually you do that. You generate a password, give the password to
All
the
right.
user, and after that you will have to. The first time you will have to change it right away, or you say no, I don't care. It's going to be the password. If you want to change it, you can, but I don't force it. You choose. Okay. So I'm going to set yes for now. I'm going to apply. Really, really, really important. This is really, really important because that's, don't forget, password by default, you don't have access to that. The only time you have access to this password is now.
Okay.
You know, I got my pen. This means that this is edited, not applied. So it's not applied yet. I got my pen. So since we changed the password, it's going to, you see, it's giving me the password here.
Yes.
If I put save, you won't see the password ever again.
I see.
Okay.
But
So this
I
is
could still change my mind right now if I want to.
You can do an undo. So say if I do
Okay.
undo all or undo selected, it will undo what I just did, the modification I
Okay.
just changed. Or but if I do a save, it's going to apply it. Once it is applied, this is why for all the other users, this column is empty because there is no way to get the password of the user. The colon exists because we need this colon when we edit the password, when we create the password, but after once it has been saved, it's going to be empty. What can you do with that? So this is where it's interesting, because usually you want to copy that somewhere. So you want to. So one way, something to know is there is two ways to copy the data from your grid. I don't know if you're aware of that. So let's show you something. So I'm going to open a notepad, okay? And okay, a new notepad. So if I select my entry, I do a Control C. So copy, I copy, Control C, and I put that here, and I paste that. You're going to say,
I get everything.
Yeah, you get everything, but it's not really handy. If you have Excel, so I got an Excel here. If I open a new file and I do a Control V, it's a bit more usable.
Nice.
Because we keep a format.
Yeah.
And there is a trick. If you select your entry and you do a Control Shift C, and I go back to so I create a new one, it only takes, copies the value of the column of the row you selected.
Of the rows, it's Control Shift C. That's very handy.
Control Shift C. Knowing that, as always, when we have a shortcut, it's always available through the environment. So where did we put the copy? You see, copy colon copy rows. And here I got copy colon Control Maj. Sorry for the Maj. So Control Shift C. So but so this is the same, exactly the same action here.
Nice. I did not know that. Control Shift C. That's handy.
It's really handy when you just you want to keep you have a list like that, and the only thing you want is the ones of the active column. Knowing that this is why you have this column that is blue with a header that is blue when the other are not. This is the active column. It can be a bit messy at the beginning to try to understand, but it's really it's an important concept with sapio365 because the active column set a lot of things. It set what you copy when you copy only the column value. It's going to be the one used if you add some comments. It's going to be the one used if you begin to do some analysis with some special tool like duplicates and everything. So the active column is an important one. It's going also when you do a quick find. So a quick find is, let's say, if I want to search something, so you can set, do I want to search on the active column or not? So let's say if I use that here, you see here, you have a checkbox, search in current column only. The current column is there. So you can say, I want to search only in that. I want to search at wide on my wall, my wall grid altogether. Okay.
That's very handy. So
do I save the password?
Did you save it?
No, I'm going to save it.
You're going to save it? Okay. And then that column will that'll disappear then now because you've...
So the column is there, but now it's empty.
Gone. Yep.
But since I copied that before, so I know I have my column. What usually I do, I create a view. So I have a view here, which is password change info. This is one. So this is a view we provide. But this is more, this is in fact more about policies and everything. But I created a view. Where's my view? View. No, not this one, not this one, not this one, not this one. I don't have it on this computer. Sorry for that. I had a view which was a view I use for password. So the view, I only put a few information in the view. I said I want the user display, username, and the password, and that's it, because it's the only thing I need to be able after to provide the information to my users. But it's a quick way to do that.
So those people that we just changed their password down in outbound sales, can I pick them both and change their department on the fly? Can I?
Sure.
I'm gonna. Now I'd use the right mouse. Oh, you hit edit. Okay, and I guess I could right mouse button also.
Or you can right mouse button and go here and say I want to edit that. I'm going here. So this is a job information. We can see, so they don't have the same title, but they have the same department. So this is why we have, and here I'm going to say, okay, I want to change that. And this is, I'm going to do that like that. I'm going to apply and just apply the change. You see here, it changed it. So it moved to green. Why green? this is what we changed. So it shows you, beware, this has been changed and not applied yet.
Oh,
So
and I
it's
see
not
we got
applied
the
yet.
we have the little pencil again, I see too.
Again, yeah.
Okay.
And here I get my green, and now same here, I can undo or apply. I'm going to apply.
Nice.
I'm not afraid.
So I can get very granular here.
Yep.
All right, thanks, Eric. That was impressive. I know there's a lot of stuff to see on the opening screen, just even for users in Sapio 365. I'm assuming though, if I have a lot of activity and things I need to do at once, that we've got a better way to do that.
So yeah, because you can either use the application, so you can, all this action you can do manually on multiple users. That's already a
Uh-huh.
good thing. But after that, for sure, sometimes you need to be able to do multiple things, so multiple action
Right,
at once
right.
on some multiple user, and this is where we offer the solution of the jobs.
Oh, cool, great.
Definitely.
Then let's look at that next time.
Yep. Definitely.
Great. All
Definitely.
right.
There is so many to look at.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.